It's the championship contest as the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids squads welcomes the team from North Tartan. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro above the action, and Howie, very exciting. Both these teams come in playing very well. We should have a very good game tonight.
This should be a great contest. Coon Rapids, Spring Lake Park at 11-3 and 11-3-1, and North Tartan there at 11-4. So both teams coming in. North Tartan scoring a lot of goals in this tournament, so SLPCR has to be very careful in this one.
Absolutely. They have 15 goals through the first two games of this tournament, and they've got hat tricks from two of their top players, including Langevin, who got it started with a 4-point game in the first round.
Yeah, Lily Langevin, one of the leaders on this team. She has 10 goals, 10 assists on the season, and as you mentioned, a hat trick. But she's not the only player contributing here. They have put the puck in 9 goals against North Metro yesterday outdoors. So this is a game that SLPCR is going to probably match goal for goal.
Well, and SLPCR also has a very powerful front line led by Taylor Turnquist. She is the key to their offense, and it's noted by the North Tartan coaching staff.
Yeah, she got her 24th goal last night. She is a scoring machine. And the first thing that they told me was, we have to know where number 8 is on the ice at all time. If we want to win this game, this is exactly what he said, we want to win this game, we have to take her out of it.
Well, in that top line with Turnquist teamed up with Brina Del Castillo and Lily Hackett, very dangerous. That's where the majority of the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids points are coming from as well. But it's been nice to see these last couple of weeks that they're getting more production from that second and third line, and that'll be key for this team moving forward toward the playoffs.
Oh, without a doubt, because they cannot always rely on that first line. But we saw it yesterday. Their second line got some production in that outdoor game. This is what they're looking for. They're not looking for more scoring other than that from that first line.
Well, they're going to try and get it done against a very potent offense from North Tartan. North Tartan versus Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Puck drops after this on CTN.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Back at the creek, just about ready to get this Cardinal Cup Championship contest underway. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids playing well coming in. They've had a couple of solid wins. 4-1 in the outdoor game yesterday against the Lumberjacks from Cloquet Esco Carlton. And as we talked about, 15 goals to 2 in their 2 tournament games, the wins for North Tartan. Let's look at the lineup for North Tartan. Tara Biley up on the left wing with Lily Langevin and Maddie Chokas on the right wing. Zoe Colshaw-Klein, Jordan Jackson are the blue liners. Madeline Campbell gets the start in net. Brina Del Castillo up front with Taylor Turnquist and Lily Hackett for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Alyssa Hansen and Hannah Schultz are the defenders. Sammy Miller will get the start in nets again. And this one is underway, poked into the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids zone and by Langevin. Played around behind. Hansen fanned on the return attempt. Played out front. Langevin, an in-close shot, but the pad on it. And covering the second attempt is Sammy Miller. 2 quick shots on goal from Langevin in close off the turnover.
There's head coach Sandy Nelson, her first season as the SLPCR skipper. Can you call hockey coaches skippers? Maybe not.
Picking off the pass is Turnquist. She turns it up ice through neutral zone. Crossing over and let it get away in front of her a little too far, and Campbell hops on top of it.
I asked Coach Nelson, Joe, what was the number one key for her in this game? And she said, we really have to get more opportunities on net. So we haven't been pleased with the amount of shots we've gotten on goal. We've done well in this tournament, but we think we can do even better if we're able to convert and get some additional shots on net. So look for the SLPCR team to try and do that here tonight.
Turnquist able to win that draw, but SLPCR unable to really gain control and get possession in the offensive zone. Schultz will skate out of her own end. Going wide to the corner, poked at over there by Jackson. Behind the net, it goes to Turnquist. Got away from her a little bit. She catches up. Keeps Colshaw Klein off the puck. Now Klein able to poke it ahead for Chokas. Chokas pass, hit a skate, back into the zone. Colshaw Klein near side for Bagelos. Shot misses wide. Schultz recovers in the far corner. Poked at there by Young. Tied up, coming away with it is Zarate for a Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. She lost the handle, loose puck in the zone, swatted at. Kept in at the line by Bagelos. Shot in on Miller with nothing on it, and she just covers it up to get a face-up.
No rhythm early yet, but certainly if you're SLPCR, you can't give up the puck in your own end. We saw it happen on that time down.
Couple of turnovers in the defensive end already for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids, and even the top line looked a little shaky on the offensive zone win and not able to establish possession that time. So Roddy will flip it off the boards and get Cameron Crawford into the zone. Crawford will take the shot, and the save made by Campbell. She'll hold on for another face-up.
First shot on goal for SLPCR. There's head coach of the North Tartan squad. I want to call them Titans. I'm not so sure why. Nick Fierst. His actually first year as the combined coach, but third in the program.
Face-off got past Murphy, back out to the center ice. Brandy Del Castillo plays it off the boards. Loma can't control, played back in right off of Del Castillo. Backhander ahead, just out of the reach of Zarate, and turned around at the North Tartan blue line. Flipping it in on the backhand is Marissa Hawkins. Emma Murphy trying to play it back behind. Del Castillo is there, had a stick on it, tried to play it up the wing, but taken away by Warner. Warner out to the point. That shot gets through, and a pad save by Miller. Again, played to the point. Piercy's shot misses everything. Far corner, controlled out of there by Warner. Back to the line again for Grace Calkin. Grace Collins keeps it in, but can't keep it the second time. Cameron Crawford will poke it into the zone as Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids gets a line change. Near side, Hawkins. Spring Lake Park able to get the line in and get the puck in deep. Played up the far side. That pass hit Langevin in the shin pad, and Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids able to play it deep again. Breakout coming near side. Biley played off it by Bloomquist. Unable to control was Corrigan, and back the other way goes Grace Collins. Grace Collins dumps it in. Schultz will swing it for Bloomquist on the near side. Bloomquist. Cross. Corrigan plays it into the zone and gets off to get a change as Schiller is outraced for the puck, played toward the net. But nothing on that from Jordan Keller, and it's covered up easily by Campbell.
Coach, first talk to me about what they wanted to accomplish here tonight. One of the things, they really want to shut down their D zone and really not give SLPCR looks in front of the net. That is going to be one of their number one opportunities here to try and win this contest.
Turnquist gets it into the corner. Brina will play it back in deep. Hackett comes in to break things up. Out to Hansen, winds and fires, and getting a piece of it was Campbell. I'm not sure whether Turnquist was able to deflect it out front. Played ahead, and that's going to be the length by Chokas, and that will be icing.
And she had a lot of heat on that slap shot. I couldn't tell either if Turnquist was able to try and redirect that shot from Alyssa Hansen. See if we can see it again. And it looks like she did get a little bit of the stick on it.
I believe she did, and Campbell's still able to stay with it and make the save. Nice job, camera operators here at CTM.
Absolutely, the best in the business.
Scrum along the end line. A couple of North Tartan players fall down. Brina ends up with it, tries to center. Off the back of the cage, recovered off the board by Meter. Kept in at the line by Alyssa Hansen. The line, and that time it got out. And here comes Meter back the other way for North Tartan, poked away by Hansen. Hansen again able to stop it up. North Tartan in offside, recovered by Hackett. Long pass off the boards for Turnquist. Turnquist in 1v2. She'll take the shot, glove save, up and out of play. And we'll have a face-off in the North Tartan net.
You know, both these goaltenders having a nice season. North Tartan has a couple that they employed. Campbell is 4-2 with a 2.12 earned run average. Goals against average. Wrong sport.
Nice steal by Zarate down low, trying to center, played away. Zarate had it again, comes loose out front. Big kick save by Campbell on the shot from the point by Murphy. Controlling and getting it out of the zone is Bagelos. Her pass in the feet of Meter, and now played all the way down deep by Colshaw Klein. Recovered behind the net by Murphy. Long pass to center ice, broken up by Warner, but then recovered by Zarate, who gets it into the North Tartan end before losing it to Colshaw Klein. Klein around the boards, kept in at the blue line by Schultz. Kicking at it is Loma. She'll gain control, drops it off. That handcuffed Murphy. Schultz over to recover. Anna Schultz backed into her own zone, pressured by Sarah Warner. Will take it behind the net. Stops up, back the other way. Knocked away from Crawford. Turnover right out front. Deflected puck goes wide. Jokic plays it back around to the corner.
Can't leave that puck right out in the middle like that. Not against a good scoring team like this.
Pass taken away by Grace Collins out front, and that missed everybody off the near boards. Scooped up by Loma, who's able to get it out of the zone. Stopped up at center ice by Piercy. Sent right in on the keeper. And North Tartan gets a line change. That one hit Loma in the skates, comes right back to Murphy. She gets it ahead. Zarate had some trouble controlling. Now able to poke it around a defender and regain control into the corner. Got away from her again. Zarate battling along the end boards with Piercy, who gets it up the near side for Biley. She had it taken away by Turnquist. Turnquist down near the blue line. Gets around Chokis. Short angle shot. Campbell makes the save. Still rolling. The whistle blew as that one came rolling out from behind the keeper. And a fortunate quick whistle for North St. Paul.
Yeah, Brandy Del Castillo was right there. That whistle hadn't blown. That would have been a goal. See it again. A nice snap wrist shot. And then Campbell can't find out where that puck is. Almost into the net there, you see.
Just rolls over her leg and never controlled, but does not get across the line as the whistle blows. Chokis gets it over for Jackson into the zone. Jackson, a snapshot steered to the corner by Miller. Chokis pokes at it behind the net, recovers near corner. Tried to play it back in and bounced it off the lineman's foot. And now finally able to get it out to center. A 2-on-1. Turnquist will take the shot off the post.
Oh, and she had some space there.
Will recover it. Nice spin move toward the boards. Gets some space. A shot right into the chest of Campbell. Campbell's been busy. She's had some help from a post, a quick whistle. But her team under attack and still holding a 0-0 game. Here's a look at the bracket going forward. Tartan, North St. Paul again, 6-1 over Cambridge Isandi, then 9-1 over North Metro. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids a 5-2 win over Rogers and a 4-1 win over the Lumberjacks in the outdoor game. Icing waved off. Schultz lost the handle, comes loose out front, played to the near corner. And a scrum along the boards. Hannah Schultz recovers behind the net. Moves it, gets it back from Corrigan. Hannah Schultz to center, had it poked off her stick, stays with it, and backhands it deep into the zone. Colbeck behind her own net. Shies away from the pressure from Bloomquist. Bloomquist tying up along the end board now with Schiller. Played off the board. Schultz will keep it in for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Colbeck sends it back the other way. Young will skate it to center. Gets to the red line, dumps it in deep. Played back out to center. And poked away to keep North Tartan from getting in offside. Aaron Hennahan with a head of steam through center To the top of the circles, to her backhand, lost the handle, poked to the corner by Miller. Quick shot, not a lot on it, deflected away by the defender, and recovered off the end board by Hulberg. Ahead for Bloomquist. That pass in the skates is Zarate, able to stay with it, forcing it toward the net. Shielded off of it nicely by Schiller. And Zarate continues to battle behind the net as it comes loose for Warner. Warner gets it out. Hanson controls for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids and then knocked away from her. Right in on Campbell. And Campbell will cover up for a whistle. 7:39 to play first period.
So far, not a lot of shots on goal. 6 for SLPCR, just 4 for North Tartan. Couple of opportunities, couple of good opportunities, especially for SLPCR. But as you mentioned, Madeline Campbell been busy in the nets for her squad.
North Tartan able to win the draw, played around far side. Jaden Young had it knocked away from her. SLPCR able to recover behind the net. Hackett to the faceoff dot, fires just wide, far side. It's going to be kept in there by Allison Hulberg. Behind, Turnquist can't get a stick on it. Hackett in to help out. Plays it back to the point. Hulberg, not a lot on it. Turnquist out front, little backhander, pretty easy save for Campbell. And Brina ends up on her butt out front, trying to crash for a rebound.
SLPCR doing a nice job of keeping it down in the North Tartan end, putting a little pressure in. You see here, just direct something towards the net, see what you can get. And Campbell, as you mentioned, just the easy save to bring it inside, face off to her left.
Turnquist able to win the draw. Hulberg able to get it in. Brina can't control. Hulberg holds along the boards. Poked to Lily Hackett. Pass was behind, but Schultz's shot. Stick save made by Campbell. Off the near boards. Full shot Klein gets it to Chokas. Chokas driving wide. Will take a long shot in. Easy save made. Rebound still bouncing around in that corner. And Chokas ends up with it. Back to Langevin, a one-timer that was deflected up and over. Played to the line and out and played right back in and deflected off a defender's knee right in on the goaltender Miller. Another one, pass deflected in on Miller. She's going to cover it up and say, guys, let's take a little more care with the puck in our
regroup
end.
a little bit here.
There's been some sloppy play in the defensive end. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids has held the territorial advantage, to be sure.
Yes.
But when in their defensive end, they have played kind of sloppy, and they cannot continue to give up great offensive opportunities to an offensive team like North Tartan. Bloomquist to center ice. Will skate with it. Good back check along the way by Henahan. Brandy Del Castillo keeping it in at the line. That one kicked right back up. Skips off the stick of Hanson. And recovered far side by Warner, who dumps it deep. Brandy would get it behind the net. Brandy Del Castillo, her first goal of the year in yesterday's contest.
Well, as you talked about, getting production from other players in that first line is so important.
Centering pass taken away, headed back up ice is Callie Piercy for North Tartan. Knocked off her stick right at the blue line. Bloomquist waits for help and will now skate. Bloomquist into the zone. Tried to go through the last defender, kicked away by Grace Collins, and back the other way goes North Tartan. Dumped in by Bagelos. Schultz overskated it, now plays it back into the near corner. Ahead for Bloomquist. Corrigan got it ahead, and Murphy kicks it into the zone.
That didn't have an opportunity for a break. That pass wasn't where it needed to be.
Both teams getting some dumps and some line changes. Long pass to Loma, trying to catch North Tartan on that change. She's bumped off at it by Langevin at the blue line and recovered by Schiller. Takes it behind the net. Her pass broken up by Zarate. Skips away from her again. Crawford pokes it into the corner. Schiller will play it up the boards. Chokas to Langevin. Langevin will play it out to center. Race for the puck as Biley gets there. She and Schultz go down together. Batted at. Zarate had it. Zarate able to play it back out to center ice. Waiting is Colbeck. Back ahead for Langevin at the line. Can't get it through Schultz. And now Schultz will lead the charge for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. She's bodied off it at the blue line. Stays with it and gets it in deep. First one there is going to be Schiller. Back up the boards for Chokas. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids trying to get a line change as Langevin comes to center. Langevin will dump it in. She'll get off as Chokas gives chase. Hansen for Hackett. Hackett skate through center. Into the zone. Can't get through that last defender and easily taken away by Jordan Jackson. The pass just out of reach. Turned around again by Brina Del Castillo. Hansen chops it away and now played in deep by Colshaw Klein. Behind the net is Yulberg ahead for Brina. Gets a pass to defender. Brina in 2-on-1. The shot and a glove save by Campbell.
Brina had a trailer and Lily Hackett, but you got to add an opportunity to get that shot on goal, and Campbell able to glove it and get that force of the face off to her right.
I think Brina really looking for a rebound here. Goes low to the far side, hoping that a rebound would come right to the crashing Lily Hackett, but a good glove by Campbell prevents that opportunity. Hackett able to grab it out of the air and play it with her stick, so that's waved off as a hand pass. The stick checking still goes on, and finally North Tartan able to emerge with the puck out to center, where Hannah Schultz will circle just inside her own blue line. Lost the handle a bit. Hansen will let that one go by, and is played in deep by Brina Del Castillo. Behind the net is Jordan Jackson. She'll skate up ice. Gets around Corrigan at the blue line into the zone. Takes a little shoulder from Turnquist and coughs up the puck.
Again, coughing up that.
Another
that
turnover as Murphy added, stripped away by Hawkins. Hawkins can't center as she fanned on that. Schultz will play it off the dasher and out to center. Icing waved off as the defender got a piece of it. Corrigan gives chase. Piercy stops up, gets it turned back up ice for North Tartan. Turnquist will just carry it back out to center ice. Let her girls regroup, come back through the center. Lost the handle a bit, in close, a shot, and Campbell to save. Played back out to the line. Del Castillo back down low. Centering attempt by Bloomquist was blocked. Turnquist recovers in the corner, out to the top for the shot by Murphy, tipped and then almost redirected again by Bloomquist. Bloomquist battles for it in the corner. Corrigan gets there to help. Bloomquist held up against the boards as the pile continues. Corrigan gets it out to the line. Murphy, quick shot, that's blocked. And North Tartan able to get it out of the zone now and play it all the way down. They'll get a line change with some tired legs. Brandy's pass too late, taken away by Grace Collins. Her centering pass is broken up by Murphy, nearly stripped away, but she recovers and gets it ahead. This is Zarate getting around the defender. Zarate, a goal! And Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids has taken the lead with less than 90 seconds to play here in the first.
Oh, you talked about Liz Zarate before the game, and she's been hot as well, and that was a beautiful goal. Set up by some speed and some nice moves to create herself some space, and she's able to put it behind Campbell for the lead with 1:24 remaining in the opening period. SLP CR jumps out on top.
What a great job staying with the puck by Emma Murphy. Just continued, nearly had it stripped by Langevin, kept it, kicked it back to her stick, got it to Zarate, and Zarate just getting good speed to get the edge and then using her body position to maintain it. Skates right around, makes it look easy. And SLPCR has the lead as we tick down towards a minute remaining here in this first period.
That was a pretty goal.
Yeah, her fifth goal in the last 5 games.
That's impressive.
She was held off the score sheet yesterday.
She's got
scoring in 4 of the last 5 is always good too.
She has 6 goals now on the season.
And again, 5 of them coming in those last 5 games. Glove down by Loma, who plays it in deep. Crawford poking at it. Has it as she turns around, plays it in on Campbell. Rebound still loose. Campbell finally able to scoop it in and cover it up. Cameron Crawford creating some real problems down deep on defense, just staying with that puck as it rebounded around. 26 ticks left here in the first.
They've been doing a nice job of keeping it down in the North Tartan end and
Brina,
getting
quick
opportunities.
chance off the face-off, misses wide, battles for it, recovered by Hackett. played off of her stick, and Turnquist with it along the near boards. Tried to get it out to the point. It's taken away and played out to center by Meter. And now all the way deep by Jaden Young. Under 5 seconds remaining. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids should just pin this to the boards and let time expire. There is the buzzer, and we will go to the break with Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids holding a 1-0 edge. You're watching CTN's live coverage of the Cardinal Cup Championship.
I will not be news today. I will not make another push to be the first man in space with frosted tips and a puka shell. I will not go viral when my terror is caught on camera when I finally realize that in the vacuum of space, no one can hear you sing. I'm Lance Bass, and I will not be trending today because there is a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
Back at Coon Rapids Ice Center, Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids with a 1-0 lead as we reach the first intermission. And we are joined now by head coach Sandy Nelson. And good first period for your girls. Played a lot of time down in the offensive end.
Yeah, for sure. We got to clean up some of our D zone. I felt like we coughed the puck up a little too much, and intensity needs to be a little better. But yeah, that was great for Liz. Has had a good run these last few games. So,
Coach, I know we talked about more shots on goal. 13 in that first period has to please you.
Yep, that was good. We were working on shooting the puck more and pre-skate this morning. So overall, a pretty good period. Yeah,
and we had also talked about Zarate getting on the board a little bit more frequently. Corrigan had a goal yesterday. How important is it for your team to start getting that production from the second and third lines?
Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about that, walking away from that period. It's very important to us. We put our 3 top scorers in one line, and sometimes that's the issue, but is what's going to happen with the rest of our scoring, and it's just been great to see those other lines score.
Well, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll take a short break and be back with first period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live coverage of the Cardinal Cup Championship on CTN.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
For that?
I've just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's $5.47.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Back at the Crick, Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids a 1-0 lead as we reach the first intermission. It came late, although they did have the better opportunities throughout most of that first frame. And as Coach Nelson talked about, some situations where they weren't too careful with the puck in their own defensive end, and that led to some chances for North Tartan. But definitely more opportunity at the North Polar or North Tartan end, and it finally breaks free under 90 seconds remaining. Just a great job on the goal to get it to Zarate, and then Zarate, a great job to use her speed to weave around the defender and poke it into a wide open net.
Yeah, that was.
And again, her 5th goal in the last 5 games.
And again, contribution from other players, it's key. It's paramount here as the season continues on. There you see shots on goal. And we talked about it with Coach Nelson. Happy with the production, with the opportunities in that first period. 13 of those on net, putting 1 through. Both teams playing pretty clean so far. Nobody's sitting in the box at this point. So it should be an interesting second period. We'll see what
we'll see if
Tartan
that
wants to do.
Up-tempo and good flow continues in the second period. Things changed between periods the last game we did here.
Yes,
we'll see if we have another penalty-free, high-paced game in the second. Puck drops right after this on CTN.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, just about ready to drop the puck on period number 2 of this Cardinal Cup Championship, 3rd annual event. And they got perfect weather for the outside portion of this tournament this year, to be sure.
We talked to both coaching
Schultz,
staffs.
quick shot, kicked away by Campbell.
Sorry, both coaching staff said the girls had a great time outdoors, playing outdoors yesterday, perfect weather.
That shot is blocked, and Biley couldn't quite get it out of the zone. Back to help out was Hackett. Now played across ice. Chokas will leave it off. The pass ahead skips off of the stick of Biley. Biley recovers. Will shoot wide as she had no way to get it out front to Longevic. Hansen gets it to Hackett. Hackett will skate it in and went a little too wide. Hansen in a step too early.
Cleaning up the little things, that's what Coach Nelson wanted to do from that first period, and those are one of the things that I know she would like to continue to clean up.
Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids able to win the draw. A little back and forth. Loma takes it back from Del Castillo, sets back to Del Castillo, a shot that misses wide. Off the end boards, recovered by Murphy and played down deep. Zarate out front, that tips up, bouncing around. Brandy recovers, shoots through traffic, ends up deflecting wide to the near board. Zarate back to Murphy, quick shot, bouncing around. Loma trying to send it back out front, cleared by the North Tartan defense, and good pressure early from Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids.
Well, you'd ask that question and wonder if they're going to continue that pressure, and they are.
Played across. Brandy will play it in on her backhand and now take it in deep. Behind the net, wraps around out front. Nobody there in a white jersey. There's a second attempt. The puck still bouncing around in the slot. Brandy is shot. Bouncing still. Loma trying to jam it home, and Campbell finally able to get on top of it.
Well, you talk about pressure. You couldn't get much more than that.
A very good shift for this second line
Yes.
for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids.
North Tartan's going to have to figure something out of how to get that pressure and alleviate that clog in front of the net. Got to do a better job of getting that puck wide.
Jordan Keller off the draw, plays it in on Campbell. She'll cover up.
Already 4 shots on goal for SLPCR here to start this second period.
Keller able to tie up and leave the puck. Bloomquist battling through a stick check, ends up on the ice. Fans want a penalty for a trip. They won't get it. Behind the net, Schiller gains control out to the line. A shot deflected and a goal, and Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids has a 2-0 lead.
Again, you continue to pressure like that, something good's going to happen. Alyssa Hansen put a bomb in the back of the net. I think Campbell was screened. I don't think she saw that puck coming.
Well, and this one's deflected out front.
Was it deflected?
I think it was Cameron looks like it was Mallory Corrigan.
Was it Corrigan? Okay.
Possibly picking up her second in as many games.
I wasn't sure. I didn't see anybody touch it, but we'll take another look at it.
It
Just a
definitely
blast.
changed directions.
It's tough to see
It's
from
Corrigan
that angle.
out front who does get the deflection. Well, here's the official tally. There it is.
Yep, Mallory Corrigan.
And again, icing. And again, that's that deeper scoring. Getting a great shift from that second line. Third line comes out here, feeds the point, creates traffic, gets a stick on the puck out front, and they get a goal. Mallory Corrigan, again, her second goal in as many games.
Yep.
She had a goal in the game yesterday, too, I believe.
And her 5th on the season.
Shot is blocked at the blue line. Hackett will move it to Turnquist through center. Turnquist dragging, shoots through the legs of the defender, but Campbell there to stop it up.
Corrigan had an assist yesterday.
It was Keller that had the goal yesterday.
Turnquist had a goal. Brina had a goal. Brandy had a goal and Keller had a goal.
See, I told you she did.
You were right. Well, I never doubt
Here's
you.
Chokas 1-on-1 coming against Schultz. Flips it into the near corner. Hackett plays it out and poked all the way down by Turnquist. Recovered in deep by Colshaw-Klein. Long pass, skips away from Hawkins. Back to Colshaw-Klein. Pressured by Brina, and Brina comes away with the puck. Del Castillo trying to get it out to the point. Fanned on the pass. Recovered and now out to Schultz. Down low to Brina. Backhand chances stopped up. Here's Murphy creeping down. She centers. Played back to the boards. Hackett recovers. Hackett trying to find a lane to get in. Can't get around Colshaw-Klein. And now plays it back into the corner. Emma Murphy holding at the blue line. Langevin can't get it out. And that'll be icing. As North Tartan just needed a change. That's their top line out there, too. Their top line spent their whole shift backed up in their defensive end, got tired out, forced to ice it. And here comes that second line for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids that had such a great shift last time out.
Right now, North Titan just having difficulty figuring out how to get the puck out.
Again able to win the draw, and Loma couldn't quite get a stick in, and Meter coming out with it. Zarate broke up the pass at center and turning it up quickly as Loma flips it between the defender's legs, ends up in the corner, tried to center, that's broken up. And Grace Collins plays it all the way down, and that will be icing as well.
That's the only way they've been able to alleviate any pressure in their end is to ice the puck the last couple of times down.
Crawford again tying up, this time play to the corner by Bagelos. Schultz able to keep it in at the line, skips behind Loma. Slapped at, and again it's Schultz stopping up traffic at the blue line. Walking in, top of the circle. Shot misses wide and rings around the near side. Just a bit too late was Emma Murphy, and now she's tied up with Jaden Young along the near boards. Comes free to Crawford. Crawford into the zone, will take that shot, deflected off the defender, Grace Collins, and behind the net. Centering pass is taken away, and then a nice job by Murphy reading it and scooping it off the stick of Meter before the blue line. Loma tied up over there. Bagelos can't get it out. Played back to the near boards, and now played to center by Grace Collins. Played in deep, and again, North Tartan just finally gets out of the zone, and they just need to get off. They get it in deep and get a line change. Schultz for Zarate, tried to play it ahead. That was stopped up. Schultz will recover, sweep it behind again. And now Schultz just out of the reach of Hennehan, will skate it out of the zone. Kick it ahead to her skate, now leads a 3-on-1 into the zone. Short angle, takes the shot, rebound, backside, dropped down out front by Zarate, poked at, still free, and finally Campbell able to reach out and cover it up.
Now smartly Campbell able to find that puck and pull it back in because there's a lot of pressure out in front of the net.
Well, and a good job really by North Tartan. That puck bouncing around in a dangerous area again. This time they tie up all the bodies in white.
They did.
See, Zarate gloved it down, and as soon as it starts bouncing around, they start tying up bodies.
Yep.
You see Bloomquist engaged, couldn't get to the puck. Off the draw, centering attempt, knocked away. Bloomquist recovers in the corner, back out to the point, gets under the stick of Hansen and all the way back to the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids zone. A race for it, and it's played in nearly a gift for Chokas, but couldn't quite get the angle to put it back in the net. Oh, yeah. Bloomquist behind the net at the North Tartan end, plays it to the high slot. Puck a little bit behind Brazier, back to the point. Hansen hits shin pads, able to recover, spin, shoot again. That one's partially deflected as well. Near side, it's played out of the... Schiller can't get it out of the zone. Retreating with it is Colbeck. Plays it hard off the end boards, far side, Tara Biley. Biley's pass stopped up by Bloomquist. Langevin now getting it to Chokas. Chokas can't quite get there as it's poked away from her. Centering attempt taken away by Hansen. Hansen back off the boards. And Chokas plays it back in behind. Brina Del Castillo can't skip it up the far boards. Getting tripped up was Claire Meter, and Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids able to skate to center. Pass broken up in front of Turnquist. Back the other way comes Warner. Warner centering pass broken up by Hansen. Jackson walking out backhand, and a one-time opportunity. I think that Miller got a piece of that, but Meter was right there, had an empty net, and either put it over the net or Miller got just a piece of it.
The best opportunity for North Tartan in this contest so far.
Absolutely, not even, no question about it. That'll be icing against Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Face-off coming back in their end with 9:37 remaining.
She's had a lot of work, that young lady.
She's
between
been
the
very,
pipes.
very busy, especially the first part of this second period.
Already 9 shots on goal for SLPCR here in period number 2.
Off the draw, this one bouncing around, and the save is made by Miller. Played out front, a shot and a goal, and North Tartan is on the board. Jaden Young on the doorstep, put it 5-hole, and cut the lead in half.
Well, they really needed that because they've been totally outplayed here so far in this contest. They needed to get that goal. Now it's cut. The lead is cut in half at 2-1. That time that puck just bounced out in front of Miller. She had no opportunity. There was she was there in front, no defender.
It's a great feed. She's without her stick.
Absolutely.
And Warner just in the right place. Good positional hockey. Get on the doorstep, get your stick on the ice, and you will be rewarded. That's a big answer for North Tartan. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids right back the other way. Turnquist couldn't get much on that shot. Chokas chips it to Langevin. Gets past Hansen, who went down, but was able to knock it off her stick. And here's Brina walking in, a 2-on-1 out to Turnquist. Didn't get much on that shot, and the save is made by Campbell. Out front, Hackett is shot. That didn't get through traffic. Turnaround, Hackett buries the third chance. And a quick answer by Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids.
Oh, you talk about a quick answer. The North Tartan team really couldn't celebrate much that goal before SLPCR answered the tally. Watch the action again. A lot of pressure.
Well,
you see a couple of different
Brina
opportunities.
Has a chance at it, and then off the rebound, kept her eye on the puck, kept her stick on the ice, puts it home, and it's back to a 2-goal lead for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids just about midway through this second period.
Goal number 8 to go along with 22 assists on the season.
Turnquist with a steal, plays it down low to Brina in the corner. Hackett trying to center, comes out to Brandy Del Castillo. Shot was deflected. Here's Hackett, top of the circles, gets it to Turnquist. Turnquist looked short angle and missed everything. Kept in at the line by Schultz on the far side. Pokes it in deep. There's Brina to pressure. She comes away with the steal. Behind the net goes Del Castillo, out to Turnquist. Turnquist down low. Little give and go. A shot and a save made by Campbell. Here's Hackett with it again. Out to Brandy at the point. To Brina, Turnquist out of the corner. There's Brina. Little give and go again. Another one-time save by Campbell. North St. Paul Tartan able to play it out of the zone, get it all the way in deep, get a line change. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids, that pass not where it needed to be, and this will be icing the other way.
Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids already equaling their shots on goal from period number 1, 13 here so far in period number 2, with 7:43 remaining in the period. They have definitely answered the call to Coach Nelson's request of let's get more opportunities on net. They certainly have.
Shot from the point, stick save made by Miller. Not a ton on that opportunity from Anna Schiller. Schiller will try and hold again here on the near side, played in back behind. Turning with it is Young, the goal scorer for North Tartan. Played out to the point from the top of the circle. The shot by Colbeck was tipped up and over. Short angle shot, save made. Rebound comes to Bloomquist, who clears the zone all the way down. It's going to run out of juice, though, so we will not have icing. Behind the net, Corrigan pressuring. Puck comes bouncing back to Bagelos again. Bagelos moving it ahead in the skates of Meter. Meter able to recover and get it for Young. Jaden Young, a shot that misses wide on the far side. Meter bouncing it back out front. Recovered it there by Jordan Keller. Long pass off the stick of Lily Hackett. Apparently did not get a piece of it. And it's icing. She's looking at the ref saying, I got it. I got a piece of that.
She thought she did, but
I thought she did,
I thought
too,
she did
but
as well.
apparently not. Turnquist able to win the draw. Brandy Del Castillo plays it around far side, just out of the reach of Brina Del Castillo. Kept in at the last second by Zoe Colshaw-Klein. Near side, Brandy Del Castillo back behind the net for Schultz. Moves it to Brina. Brina Del Castillo for Taylor Turnquist. Steps around Colshaw-Klein into the zone. Gets low, round the net. Still gains control, now chopped off her stick. Brandy steps up, keeps it in the zone. Puck bounces around behind her and recovered on the far side by Jordan Jackson. Loose puck recovered now by Hackett going the other way. Hackett to Turnquist, back down to Hackett. Wants to go out front. That pass is deflected and ends up with Chokas. Her pass too far for Langevin, and Schultz at her own blue line, turning away. Gets it to Hackett. Hackett into the zone. And she is laid out, and that'll get you a penalty every time in girls hockey. Jordan Jackson looking like, what? What'd I do?
Yeah, she definitely the contact is there. She's going to go to the penalty box. Our first penalty of this
the first
this
penalty
hockey
of the game on either side. But you can stand your ground, and you just can't finish the check, which she kind of did there.
Yep.
Easy call for the official.
So we'll get an opportunity to see the SLPCR power play for the first time this evening. Already up 3-1. There you see Jordan Jackson in the penalty box. Take a couple of minutes to think about it.
When the draw, Schultz across to Turnquist. Wines, fires. That's blocked into the corner. Brina back out to Turnquist at the point. Across to Schultz into middle. Skipped away for Melissa Hansen. She'll recover. Back out to Turnquist, to Schultz. One-timer misses wide. Recovered off the board by Hansen. Hansen rotates up top. Down low for Brina. Brina turns away from the pressure. Back up top. Hansen to Turnquist. Wines, shoots. That hit an ankle out front. And recovered. Hansen back to Turnquist. Across. Schultz. The blast and a goal.
Oh, what a pretty goal.
Good pressure, moved the puck well, possessed it well. They finally get one on net, and it ends up behind the keeper and makes it a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, and exactly what North Tartan did not want to give up is another goal, but especially on the penalty kill. There's Hannah Schultz coming through with a blast, and the goal, making it a 4-1 lead. SLPCR, there again, you see it right past her. Goal number 7 on the season for Hannah.
Campbell got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it out of the net, and it's a 4-1 lead for the home team. Puck played into the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids zone. Cameron Crawford hands it off to Emma Murphy behind her own net, near side for Zarate. Zarate will skate up ice. North Tartan taking away the passes. Centering attempt stopped up by the keeper, Campbell. All the way out to the point. Brandy, a one-timer, misses wide. Bounces around and free for Sarah Warner, who gets it into the zone. Or Tartan getting the line change. Recovered by Murphy behind her own net. Murphy will head up ice. And now play it in deep and around the boards. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids getting a line change. Loma first one to the puck. battling with a couple of Titans. North Tartan players.
I did that.
correct?
I did that to you. I put that in your head.
Jackson is going to skate this one coast to coast. Can't quite get it through the feet of Biscalo. And it's played into the corner. Corrigan gets it up the boards and now out. A little bit too far for Alyssa Brazier. And it's Colshaw Klein taking it behind her own net. Here's Jackson again. Long pass. Tipped, and here's Chokas. Chokas dumps it in, just played to the corner off the stick of Sammy Miller. Deflection out front. That one was dangerous, and in some trouble is Miller, trying to scramble back to her net as her stick is in the net behind her. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids able to get it out of the zone.
Only 11 shots on net for North Tartan. Not a lot of pressure so far here tonight.
Only 4 shots in this second period.
Yep, 4 in the second period is correct. You're so good at math.
Thank you. Puck played all the way back to the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids zone, recovered by Alyssa Hansen. Hansen will turn and head up ice. And skated into the zone. In deep, in close, a pad save by Campbell. Hansen is upended on the far end of the net. Nice job by Campbell staying with it and making the save. Good end-to-end rush by Hansen, comes up empty. Turnquist pressures, comes away with it. Nice little toe drag, and then finds herself some room. Tried to go top shelf and missed everything again. Hackett trying to come off the boards, has it again. Patiently waiting, back to Hansen. Hansen down low, Turnquist. Turnquist will wait for the sticks to clear and then find her way into the slot. Turnquist is shot, and the save by Campbell.
Boy, they cannot let her get open like that. I mean, she turned right into the net, and Campbell came up with the save. But defensively, North Tartan has to do a much better job of clearing that center. And of all the players they do not want, Taylor Turnquist alone right in front of the net. Again, watch her just step in between a couple of defenders. Nobody out there to challenge her.
North Tartan able to win the draw in their own end. Played around far side. Hannah Schultz will keep it in. Back down along the boards to Hackett. Hackett turns away from pressure. Back to Turnquist. Top of the circles. Walk into her forehand. Tried a little toe drag. Nice job by Chokas to stay with her. Brina plays it back out to the point. Hansen trying to keep it away from Chokas, who kicks it to herself. And a 3-on-1 developing for North Tartan. Chokas' shot, kick save made. And there to clear the rebound is Hannah Schultz. Played to the boards. Kept in at the line, skips away from Chokas. And played behind. Lily Hackett has it for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Gets her out launch of it. Now we'll play it off the boards, out to center, all the way down, and this is going to be icing. We'll have a face-off coming back at the Coon Rapids end, just under a minute remaining here in the second period.
Well, another nice period for SLPCR, doing a good job of really taking control of this hockey game. Already 16 shots on net here. Able to put 4 of those in, or 3.
SLPCR able to get it out of the zone, but played right back in by Erin Hennahan. Behind the net is Brandy Del Castillo. Tied up along the boards, puck comes free, centered, poked away by Miller, then the shot just misses wide, played through the crease behind the keeper and all the way to the near boards. And Crawford gets her keeper's stick back to her keeper. For the second time very quickly, we saw Sammy Miller losing the stick with action around the crease. Under 5 seconds remaining, in Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids has a 4-1 lead. I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted to say 4-1 or 3-goal. Either way, it comes out the same. They're up 4-1 as we head to the third period. We're going to get some reaction from the North Tartan coaching staff after this on CTN.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids a 4-1 lead as we reach the second intermission. We're joined now by head coach of North Tartan, Nick Fierst. And coach, what do you do to try and bounce back after a tough second period?
I think the key is to get the puck low and find ways to get the puck to the net. There was some good opportunities late in that period where we were able to find the puck low, get them to collapse in their own zone, use our point, use the slot, and we were getting some good shots, good opportunities, and we just missed on 1-2 opportunities there that, put us back in a 4-2, 4-3 game. So,
Coach, there's been a lot of pressure in front of you in net. How do you alleviate some of that in the third period?
What I've been telling the girls is our wingers, we got to stay high. We got to pressure the points. We got to block shots. We got to get pucks to the perimeter. And our D, I've been telling them we got to push all their forwards outside of in front of the net. I mean, because we're letting them stand there and they're deflecting the puck. I mean, they scored the second or third goal was a deflection. It was a great deflection and shot. And we're just letting them stand there untouched. So we got to push them out so they're not screening and deflecting in front of our goalie.
Yeah, a lot of time spent chasing the puck in your own defensive zone. What do you do differently in order to try and disrupt some of that offensive pressure?
I think we started the period a little timid, a lot more so than we did the first period. So if we come back and we play fast and we play physical like we did in the first period, it's a lot closer game, and we'll control the puck more and we'll have more opportunities down in their end.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Good luck in the third period. We'll take a short break, be back with second period highlights and stats. After this, you're watching live girls high school hockey. It's the Cardinal Cup Championship on CTN.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, championship game of this Cardinal Cup. And Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids, a commanding 4-1 lead. It may even be more commanding than that 3-goal lead because they had all of the advantage in that second period.
They did, as Coach Fierce talked about. They need to make some adjustments coming out in the third period. They know they're down by 3 goals. It's a tough hole to dig out of. They can score goals, so that the thing in their favor is that they get the opportunities, they get the looks at the goal. They have the ability to put the puck in the net.
Well, and they're going to need something to happen early. Even if it's just a fortunate bounce, they need to be on the board early to start this comeback. Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids just pressuring and continuing to pressure early in that period, and then it finally paid off. The goal tipped home by Mallory Corrigan, gave him a 2-0 lead. Then the very brief celebration for Spring Lake, or for North Tartans. They scored to make it 2-1, but 30 seconds later it was Lily Hackett, and then on the power play, the one-timer by Hannah Schultz made it 4-1.
Boy, did they get pressure on the net in the first period. Did SLP CR, you look at the shots on goal, 29-16 in that period. And if Coach Nelson could have asked for anything, she asked for more production, and she's definitely getting it.
Yeah, look at the numbers, 29 shots on goal through 2 periods. So they had 13 in the first. That was pretty good, so they went out and put 16 up in the second.
We'll see what happens in the third.
Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids trying to win their own tournament here. A great way to start the new year. We'll have the third period of the Cardinal Cup next on CTN.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Millions of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids with an impressive second period, pounding and pressuring away, getting 3 past the keeper, and they have a 4-1 lead as we get ready to start the third period of this Cardinal Cup Championship contest.
Pretty nice place to sit if you're SLPCR with a commanding 3-goal lead, and then they're playing exceptionally well. They'll have to come out again. We'll see what kind of pressure they come out with, because they started with a lot of pressure to open that second period.
Well, and really, I mean, you wouldn't go as far as to call it a perfect game for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids, but all in all, they've done just about everything well. They did have some trouble with puck possession in their defensive end in that first period, but they seem to have cleaned that up pretty well in the second. They did not spend a lot of time in their defensive end, so there wasn't as much time to be sloppy with the puck. However, they were able to increase their lead, and yeah, sitting in a good spot. They definitely don't want to let up. As you talked about, this North Tartan team, definitely a team that can put some pucks in the net, especially their top line.
Well, and if you're North Tartan, you want to score a goal early here in the third period because you need a little momentum on your side. Put a little more pressure if they can on SLPCR.
Face off at the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids zone, won by Langevin. Back to the point, but Colshaw Klein has no option other than to just dump it in. Blatley tied up down deep. And then played out to center by Brina Del Castillo. Behind the net goes Larson. Stopped up by Brina Del Castillo. Gets the puck back out to center. Here's Hackett circling with it with speed. Back into the zone. A shot. And Campbell will hold on for a faceoff.
Again, they'll want to continue to get pressure, want to increase this lead. We talked about Madeline Campbell having a busy evening between the pipes for North Tartan.
Well, and I really like that shot selection by Lily Hackett.
Yep.
Gets to her forehand, partially screened by the defender. Use that screen and just get a good shot. See if you can get a rebound, keep pressure on the net.
Absolutely.
Hansen flipping it backhanded into the neutral zone. Glove down by Bacellos. Gets it in, and it kind of trickles in on Miller. Played back out. Zarate leaves it there for Cameron Crawford. Crawford through center. Trying to get wide on Schiller, and Schiller will squeeze her off along the boards. Kolbeck stopped up, had it stolen by Zarate. Zarate with it behind the net for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. And we'll leave it off there. Shot by Murphy, not a lot on it, and stick to the corner by Campbell. Crawford back behind for Zarate. Zarate trying to go back out front. Puck bouncing into the high slot. Swatted into the corner by Emma Murphy. Schiller plays it around just out of the reach of Kolbeck. She recovers. Pressured, but gets it ahead and out of the zone. Gets Jaden Young. Now played back to the blue line where Brandy Del Castillo will turn up ice for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Lost the handle a bit. Her pass now taken away and turning into an opportunity. Murphy over to head it off as there are a couple of North Tartan players headed toward the net. Loma trying to dig it out of her skates. Troubled there by Meter. There to scoop up the puck is Murphy. Got it ahead to Corrigan, and Corrigan into the zone for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. She's bumped off the boards by Hennahan. And back the other way comes North Tartan. Marissa Hawkins trying to backhand a pass. It's taken away by Schultz. Schultz behind her own net. Hannah Schultz will turn up ice and lead the rush to center. Poking it at the blue line and still pressuring. It hops over her stick into the near corner. Schultz turning, looking for some help. Tried to get it to Crawford up top, and fresh off the bench. I'm sorry, it was Bezcalo. Into the zone. Hackett walks through the defender and had her stick lifted just a little bit. Hackett still with it out to the point. Schultz down low. Bloomquist tried to center. Now here's Hackett with it circling. Hackett leaves it off. Cross to Schultz. Schultz through traffic, hit a defender, ended up in the corner. Hackett recovers off the board. walks through some traffic, got a little bit of a hook, don't call. Out to the point, Vizcaloa's shot, that's deflected, misses wide. Sent back out front by Jordan Keller, and it comes free to Chokas. Chokas out to center, and able to get around Bloomquist. Chokas with the speed, but can't get through Hannah Schultz, last line of defense. Back near side for Bloomquist. Bloomquist ahead, Hackett. Avoids some pressure, avoids some more, now gets it to Turnquist, poked off her stick by Chokas. Tried to play it down deep, taken away by Jordan, and here's Jordan the other way. Into the zone, a backhand is saved by Miller. Jordan staying with it. Jordan Jackson, rather. And now a whistle as they collided hard with Miller, who's laid out in her crease. Looks like she's going to be okay.
Yep. No,
good job by Jackson, really, to stay with it and continue to battle. But there you see the whistle as the net came off, and the defender kind of knocked Jackson in on top of their own goalie.
She had a little equipment adjustment on her helmet, help from one of her teammates. No, and Sammy Miller, just a sophomore, Joe, and you know she's been strong in net for SLPCR.
Off the draw, Brandy Del Castillo will control for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Skate through center. Into the zone around the stick check of Chokas. And I mean, how is that not a hold when a player
is taken to the ice?
When a player gets turned around by a player half her size. Interesting. But we haven't seen a lot of penalties. Just one penalty called in this entire game so far. Taylor Turnquist getting around the defenders in behind the net. Now leaves it in the corner for Hackett. Hackett to the line out front. Turnquist couldn't quite get enough on that shot as Meter got a stick in there and broke it up. Meter will recover the puck now. Poked away from her by Brina Del Castillo. Can't keep it in the zone as it comes free to Bagelos. Fires wide. Zarate along the far boards. Pokes it out of the zone, uses her speed, and here she comes. Liz Zarate has help from Brina. Tried to toe drag and lost the handle. Now gives it back to Brina in the corner. Broken up by Schiller, who plays it around to the far side. Colbeck's pass was broken up, sent back to the corner. Now swung around near side. Schultz first one there for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Getting some help from Zarate. Schultz will recover now out front. Deflection attempt by Loma. Ends up in the corner. Turnquist plays it back in for Zarate. Puck comes free. Turnquist trying to jump on top of it. Will give and go with Schultz. Murphy had a chance. Zarate toward the net. Trying to jam it home was Loma. And now North Tartan able to gain control. Play it all the way down. Right in on goal, so no icing. As it's played over to the corner for Hannah Schultz. Long pass, Loma can't control it. At the blue line was Grace Collins. And now with it is Marissa Hawkins into the zone. Broken up by Hannah Schultz. Schultz trying to poke it and play it in. Does, but Turnquist is a step early and it's offside. 10:33 left in the third.
Not a lot of offense from either squad here in period number 3 with 10:33 remaining in the period. 3 shots on net for SLPCR, just 1 for North Tartan. And North Tartan needs a little more offensive production if they're going to get back into this contest.
That one hops up and out of play. Face-off should be coming just inside. No, they're going to put it at the face-off dot outside the blue line. Off the draw, Crawford plays it into the zone, played right back out. Vizcalo across for Alyssa Hansen. Shovels the backhand pass to Bloomquist into the zone. Bloomquist going wide, short angle shot, and Campbell will hold on for another face-up.
Just trying to find that angle right into the glove of Campbell. Jim Bloomquist with a nice angle on it.
Hansen able to hold the blue line, now trying to walk in, tipped off her stick, and played back out to center. Chokas in a race to the far side, gets there first, plays it to the corner, and now out skating Crawford to it, plays it out front. Defender tried to clear it to the corner, went off of another defender and right back toward the net. Miller saw enough, she'll cover that up.
Smartly, too. A couple of black jerseys in there. A little pressure. And they said Jokel's a nice little player. She uses her speed very well to gain some advantage.
Turnquist can't control the pass, so it comes back out to center, where it's turned around by Klein, but her pass taken away by Hackett. Another regroup for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Chokas gets in to break up that pass, but then another steal right back by Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Turnquist down low for Hackett. Hackett looking out front. Now we'll play it out to Schultz at the point, walking in, shot, and that hit Turnquist in the back of the ankle. Played up the near boards. And now out front, Turnquist turning top of the circle. Misses wide, back to the near corner. Hackett in there, and Brina will come away with it. Del Castillo to a backhand, saved by Campbell, and she'll cover it up.
Campbell initially can't handle the shot, and smartly it comes out just short out in front of her, and she makes sure she grabs it. She definitely does not want to give up any more goals here in this contest. Castillo with a nice shot right into the front of Campbell.
Colbeck out to the line, kept in by Brandy. Turning with it is Corrigan. Her shot was blocked. Schiller gets it ahead, played back out by Young. Waiting is Schultz. Skipped it over the stick is Schiller at the blue line. Schiller can't get it out far. And Brazier able to play it back in deep for SLPCR. Pressuring is Corrigan in the corner. Coming up with it is Bajelos, and she clears it out. Icing waved off. Schultz will get there. Pressure right on her heels from Claire Meter. And Meter squeezes her off along the end boards, trying to center. Broken up by Schultz. Knocked off her stick. A chance in close. The save, a rebound chance, and that's covered up by Sammy Miller.
Good opportunity for North Tartan there, but right into Sammy Miller, and she's able to cover that up, as you mentioned.
Played back to the blue line, but outside the zone is circling with it is Jackson. Jackson back through some traffic to the zone. A shot. Blocker saved by Miller to the corner. Jackson will chop it back in behind. Warner taking off the puck by Hansen. Comes up the near boards for Loma. Gabby Loma fanned on the pass. Got it back. Now gets it ahead to Crawford. Crawford circles toward the board. Gets help from Loma. Gains control, back out to Crawford, and it's between her feet. Back the other way comes North Tartan. Marissa Hawkins going wide, a shot gloved by Miller.
That shot up high, Miller able to easily grab that. Face off to her right. Timeout called, I believe, by North Tartan. They want to talk about things with 7:17 remaining, trailing by 3, 4-1 here with that amount of time in the third period.
Kind of surprising to see him take the timeout this early, but having the face-off in the offensive end, try and make sure they're all on the same page. We talked about a 3-goal lead. You really need that first one relatively quickly. Now a little more than halfway through this third period, and they still need to get the first one to try and chip their way back into it.
Yeah, they definitely did. They needed something to happen early just to kind of get a little bit of that momentum that they were lacking in this hockey game. And you know, they were able to cut that. I believe it was 2-1 when they got their first goal, but quickly SLPCR came back to put it at 3-1.
Less than 30 seconds later, Lily Hackett had the answer.
Coach Fierce looking for something to happen for his squad here. We talked about they came in on a tear, winning 9 of their last 11 and doing a good job of putting the puck in the net. Just one tally so far here tonight.
Nice quick breakout for SLP CR. Brina Del Castillo plays it in deep and then lost her stick as she went to chop at Chokas for holding her up. That pass in a little too tight. Chokas will race over to the other side to recover in front of Emma Murphy. Plays it in deep. Schultz gets it ahead to Turnquist. Turnquist now able to get it past Piercy along the boards. Played behind, too far for Biley. Recovered by Hackett, who circles just inside the line. Back to Turnquist. Nothing on that shot as that one was in a little bit deep on her heels. Nice job pulling it through one defender. Can't get through the second and third, however, finally broken up, and here comes Biley the other way. Biley. Shot blocked up by Schultz to the corner. Schultz ahead for Turnquist. Taylor Turnquist into the zone. Poked off her stick by Larson. Jammed out to center by Meter. Meter into the zone. Nice little toe drag and bumped off it by Schultz at the last second. Won't get a shot on goal.
Nice play by Hannah Schultz to knock that puck off her stick. She was able to beat one defender.
Icing waved off as it's recovered by Jordan Jackson. Jackson through center. She's got good speed, good hands, takes the shot. Skipped to the corner off the toe of Sammy Miller. Played out and back to the North Tartan end. Here's Jackson again. Long pass was broken up. Covered by Bajellos. Bajellos trying to chop it out. Played in deep by Corrigan. Full shot Klein off the boards. Head by Meeker and recovered by Young at center. Lost the handle a little bit. Just dumps it in. She'll get a line change as we tick down to 5 minutes remaining in this championship contest. Hennahan couldn't quite stop up that pass attempt, and it skips all the way down, and now a pass too far. We'll turn into icing and a face-off coming back into the North Tartan end.
North Tartan not really able to develop that rhythm they were looking for here in the third period, and give credit to SLPCR doing a good job of playing them off the puck and getting a little pressure of their own. Sammy Miller facing 18 shots here tonight so far, just one allowed in.
Hennahan skates it into the zone, knocked off her stick. Schultz will play it behind. Zarate pokes at it. It'll get out of the zone where it's recovered by Marissa Hawkins. Back to Colbeck. Her pass was deflected, ends up in the zone. Left there for Biscalo. Biscalo tied up in the corner. Some help from Brazier, who plays it out of the zone. Ahead for Loma. And Brazier in to try and force it through. He comes back the other way for Meter. Meter stops up. Taken off her stick by Loma, but Loma kind of played it right in on her own keeper. Skating with it is Hackett. Tips off her stick just inside the blue line. Brandy will chase it back in the SLPCR zone. Head tipped by Brina, and that's going to be icing.
3:24 remaining in this championship game. 4-1 lead for SLPCR. Time is definitely ticking away for North Tartan. Tough situation with this amount of time left. But we've seen quick goals in the past, so nothing would surprise us.
Well, but Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids just doing a great job of not giving up many good looks at their net, and keeping the action down here. Here's a 3-on-2 chance for Hackett, and the save by Campbell.
That's the 7th shot on net in this period for SLPCR. And nice feed to Hackett right into Campbell.
Brandy there to hold the puck in along the boards. Good pressure on the forecheck from SLPCR. Make it hard for North Tartan to even get out of the zone. Hackett trying to center. There's Brina, a shot that hit traffic. Chokas had it poked away from by Brandy Del Castillo. Covered by Hackett. Hackett shoots through traffic. Stick behind the net by Campbell. Turnquist there to pressure. Played around by Jackson. Chokas spins, gets it back to Jackson. Her pass broken up by Hackett. Hackett will skate it back into the zone. Chopped at by Langevin, and Langevin has just been kept off puck all game. Wow. Shot by Hansen and a goal. Through traffic, and I don't know that Campbell really saw that one coming from the point. It's a 5-1 lead.
No, I don't think she saw that one at all. And again, just a nice shot to that far corner. Alyssa Hansen celebrating with her teammates as the SLPCR squad goes up by a 5-1 margin. Yeah, she reacted after the puck was by her.
And that will pretty much be the nail in the coffin for North Tartan. Hard enough to try and get 3 back in the last couple of minutes. 4-goal deficit down with under 2 minutes to play, nearly impossible.
Lily Hackett and Brina Del Castillo with the assists on Hansen's goal, according to our score.
I'm going to go ahead and say that they're wrong. Lily Hackett and Taylor Turnquist. Brina was out front of the net when it was played out of the corner, out to the point by Turnquist after Hackett was upended and probably shouldn't have drawn a penalty. But that's just my 2 cents on it. That's my take. Hannah Schultz circling in the corner for SLPCR. Had her pocket picked by Meter, and Meter leads an odd man rush the other way, but it's just going to be thrown in on net by Young. Murphy gave it right back. A chance out front. Softly sliding puck finally recovered by the keeper, Sammy Miller. Under a minute to play.
Again, a little bit of pressure there, tied by North Tartan. But Sammy Miller able to hold strong, bring that puck inside to force that face-off to her right.
Really fast game here tonight. Only one penalty called. Coon Rapids Spring Lake Park did convert on their one power play opportunity, but they pretty much controlled this game from the start of the second period on, just not giving North Tartan any good looks and keeping the pressure in on their end, making them burn up a lot of energy in the defensive zone. We saw in the first period that Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids had some trouble on the breakout, turned the puck over a number of times just inside their own blue line. That led to some chances for North Tartan, but they cleaned that up considerably in the second period and just didn't put they have 38 shots on goal in this.
Right.
I would say less than 10 of them are real solid, hard scoring chance type shots. However, just keeping them busy and keeping the puck at this end
absolutely
has been the difference in the net. In the game.
Absolutely, without a doubt. They've controlled this contest from start to finish.
And I believe in the 3 years of its existence, the home team has won this title now twice out of the first 3 years, if I am not mistaken. Don't quote me. They definitely win it this year, and it's a nice way for them to start the new year. As we talked about how a team that got into the state's rankings and then faced 3 straight games against highly ranked opponents did not fare so well. But after that stretch, and a game against Mounds View that they tied, they felt they should have won. Since then, they've just turned it back up and really cranked up the offense, and this is a continuation of that success they had coming into the holiday break.
Yeah, after that 9-2 loss to Maple Grove is really when they turned their season around and went on this nice run. And it's good, definitely a good game here. 38 shots on goal, a lot of production in this tournament. They're going to put their record to 12-3, Joe, and they're going to start getting that recognition again with a record like that, playing with this competition.
Well, they started the scoring. They really had a lot of great chances in the first, but no score until a little less than 90 seconds left when Zarate got in on a breakaway. Crawford's tip made it 2-0, and then after a scramble, Young found the 5-hole to make it 2-1, but Spring Lake Park answers with Lily Hackett's goal less than 30 seconds later. Then the one-timer on the power play, Hannah Schultz getting it through the keeper to make it 4-1, and then they get another one from the blue line off the stick of Alyssa Hansen to make it 5-1 in that third period.
I believe it's 13 goals in 14 goals in this contest in those 3 games.
In the tournament, it's a good tournament for them, and they'll continue a win streak into the latter part of their schedule. Here's a look at what our schedule has on tap. We've got girls basketball on Tuesday, boys hockey on Thursday the 7th as they host the Iredale Knights. And then we'll see the boys basketball team on Tuesday the 12th when they take on Centennial. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from the Ice Center. It's Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids 5, North Tartan 1. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including the one and only Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.